Good morning. In this cloudy winter, dark and cold day, we are on the Old Square again. This is a good point to start the film because most of you know where the Old Square is in Częstochowa. Today I want to take you to a very important place for people in Częstochowa. It was important and still is. This is the hospital, which was founded before the war. We are on Ptasia Street and heading to Warta River. This is Garncarska Street to the right. And this is Nadrzeczna Street. One of the most important streets of Jewish area. Nadrzeczna 31. Maybe one flat is people still live there, like maybe there, but the rest of the building is abandoned. And this is gonna be a 29, Nadrzeczna 29, totally abandoned. Oh, you can see a Saint Mary in the window. There is a yellow board, sprzedam. It means for sale. Okay. And there is Mirowska Street. We are on the corner of Mirowska and Nadrzeczna Street. And here, exactly in this place, was situated the first synagogue in Częstochowa, called the Old Synagogue. The start of building the synagogue is dated on 1765. In 1872, it was renovated and developed. And the next renovation was in 1928 and 1929. The ornate interior for the renovation was designed by Professor Perec Willenberg. The renovated synagogue only lasted for a few years. At the beginning of the Second World War, in 1939, Germans devastated the synagogue, and in 1943, right after the liquidation of Jewish ghetto, they blew it up. Professor Willenberg designed beautiful polychromes and stained glass windows for synagogues in Częstochowa, Piotrków Trybunalski and Opatów. We can still see a hole, like the ground is going down. Here, the remains of the old synagogue. The main entrance was like in this place where I'm standing. Let's imagine that we are entering the old synagogue now. At present time, this place is a small parking. Some remains of the old fence in front of us. And some buildings from 60s, maybe 70s. Okay, let's take a look from behind. Here was the back of the old synagogue. And like 20 meters from this place, we have Warta River. It's one of the main rivers in Poland. It's thin in Częstochowa, but right after Częstochowa, the river is growing. You know what I mean. And in front of us, at the opposite side of the river, we can see some buildings of the hospital. Okay, so let's go. Let's have a look on Mirowska Street. There is a jail in front of us. the main gate of the jail. And I think that this is the main gate of the hospital. I haven't been to this place for many years, so I don't know what to expect. I hope that we can have record in this place and nobody will be angry about this. Let's enter. In 1907, the Częstochowa municipality made available the Jewish community a plot of land in the area of the former municipal slaughterhouse. On the other side of the Warta River, which I was filming a few minutes ago, and in front of the old city, an area inhabited by many Jews, the Jewish hospital on Mirowska Street was established by the Jewish charity organization named Dobroczynność, led by the Jewish philanthropist Henryk Markus Feld. And construction began in 1908, and on November 16, 1913, the hospital was inaugurated. His 6 houses had 50 beds, 2 operating rooms, maintenance buildings, and staff housing. Initially, the hospital had 3 wards: internal medicine and wards for infectious diseases and the mentally ill. The hospital was built at the highest technological level at that time and was equipped with state-of-the-art equipment. It is possible that its location was also determined by the proximity to the Częstochowa power station that was across the road. I will try to show you the power station. A hospital served all the residents of Częstochowa, regardless of their religion, and also addressed the poor population of the city and the surrounding area, including critically ill patients who had been in the hospital for a long time. During the years of German occupation, between 39 and 45, the hospital staff and its doctors and many hospitalized patients, with the exceptions of a handful of survivors, were murdered by the Nazis. The hospital works to this day. Here is the memory board. And what we can read here. The hospital was built in the years 1909-1913 on the initiative of the Jewish Charity Society and the Jewish community of Częstochowa. The hospital's opening ceremony took place on 16th November 1913. During the German occupation 1939-1945, the staff and doctors of the hospital, with few exceptions, were murdered by the Nazis. Okay, let's Let's have a look around. Yeah, there are a few buildings. It's not a one big building, but it's separated for few buildings. And the buildings are renovated, but they look old with all this, the finishes of the building, the windows. It's a very cold day today. There is another part of the hospital. Oh, let's go this way. So thankfully to Jewish community, inhabitants of Częstochowa still can get hospitalized in this place, in this hospital, because the hospital still works and still help people. There are like 4 hospitals in Częstochowa, I think. And this is one of them. The wind is very cold. I didn't take my gloves and my hands are almost red now. Okay, there is a power station we were talking about. have a look. I will not enter the building, uh, mainly because of this of the COVID time. But maybe in the future I will enter the hospital and film it from inside. Maybe we can find something interesting there. Okay, let's have a look for the front side of the building. There is a board from European Union, and it says that the hospital is under develop. Rozbudowa szpitalnego oddziału ratunkowego. Yeah, we can see some balconies and around the windows. And to the right is, I think, a new part of the hospital. And small buildings around, which are the parts of the hospital. I am wondering how they transport the patients between the buildings if we have such a cold day like today. Interesting. Okay, I think that we can finish and stop the film here. I hope that some of you get interested in this film. It is short because it's very cold today and I don't want to get ill. But I think that we will be back to this place one day in the future. Thanks for watching.